Big up Bobby Vyland, who I've been told in no certain terms since my last episode. I've been sent emails, I've been left comments on YouTube and wherever else it may be. People making it very clear that it's not Bob Vylan, it's Bob Vylan. Villain rhymes with Dylan, right? So it's Bob Vylan, not Bob Vylan, like I've been pronouncing it. It looks like Vyland. In my defense, it does look like, phonetically, it does look like it sounds like Vylan, but it's Villain. So it's Bob Vylan. My apologies. Well, bands are boycotting Radar Festival after Bob Vylan removed from lineup. So I guess in solidarity with Bob Vylan getting removed from the lineup because of their very staunch pro-Palestinian anti-IDF chants at Glastonbury that kind of broke the internet and made people go into a tizzy, which is weird, right? Like people had more reaction, more anger towards them saying death to the IDF than the IDF literally blowing up women and children. But hey, we move on. But bands on the lineup of Radar Festival 2025 have started to boycott the event following Bob Vylan's being removed from the bill. The duo were dropped as headliners from this year's edition of Manchester Festival due to their controversial slot at Glastonbury, in which they voiced their support for Palestine. Now, personally for me, I don't mind either response. I don't mind the response of a festival. Like, imagine if the festival is owned by a couple Israeli guys and they really took offense to the fact that, these guys dissed the IDF, maybe they served in it, and they want to drop them. It's their choice, right? It's a private thing. They can do what they want. So I have no problem with them doing that, and I have no problem with Bob Vylan chanting death to the IDF. I think everyone should be allowed to, espouse their politics or their stance the way they want to. But I don't think you know what I mean? That's what I just would like that to be the case. Like, if you want to fly your Palestinian flag, let those people fly their Israeli flag and let bygones be bygones. But now we live in a world where if you fly the Israeli flag, you're literally flying the fucking it's literally like you're flying a flag of the swastika, Nazi party. And if you're flying the flag of the Palestinian flag, people from Israel think you are basically saying that you want them to die. So it's a weird place we're in at the moment. They also led chants that of both Free Palestine and death to the IDF, and projected a message onto the screen behind them says Free Palestine, United Nations have called it genocide, the BBC called it a conflict. The backlash has led to them being dropped from shows in Germany and France. Wow. Finding their sit under a criminal investigation, severing ties with their UTA agent, and having had their US visas revoked. Look at how much shit they're losing just for saying death to the IDF. Like, essentially their whole careers is crumbling down, isn't it? Because when the dust settles, they won't really have much, That's the side things. That everyone's supporting them now, but you know how fickle and short people's attention span is. When the dust settles, what's going to be left of their careers? Fucking hell. This week, the organizer behind Radar, Catherine Jacobson Smith, explained that the festival did not want to remove Bob Vylan from the bill, but felt pressure to do so in a bid to ensure the event would go ahead. Oh, so it's not even the event organizer or founder. It's the fucking people behind it, the money people who are like, hey, if you don't remove these guys from the bill, we won't sponsor your fucking beer stand. We won't sponsor the VIP lounge. We're going to pull out. And I think festivals, by and large, as I'm sure some of you guys know, festivals don't make a lot of money. Festivals hardly make any money. So they need these sponsors. They need these corporate brands to be on their side. If not, then they're fucked. So I kind of get why they had to cave. It's sad, but I kind of get it. Capitalism. She also revealed that they considered having Kneecap, who was seen to backlash for it, but added that the announcement was a replacement. Now it appears that the decision to have Bob Vylan removed as headliner has not gone down well with some of other acts on the bill, and 2 already have dropped out. The Scratch shared a message with fans announcing their withdrawal from Manchester event today. Big up the Scratch. The Scratch said, we will not be performing at Radar Festival this weekend. The censorship and deplatforming of artists speaking out against the ongoing genocide in Gaza is greasy, dangerous, and must be challenged. To be clear, this decision is not a criticism of Radar Festival. We understand it was an incredibly difficult and complex situation. This is about showing solidarity with Bob Vylan and any artists who may face similar treatment in the future. Shadowy government influence and wealthy lobbying groups should not be allowed to dictate who can be given a platform and what can be said. The situation will only worsen unless we as artists support one another and take action. Getting Netanyahu to the international, criminal courts, Up Bob Vylan, Free Palestine, love, yes. To be fair, this is going to be pretty mad to say, but as much as I don't like to see politics involved in music, weirdly enough, I think the artists who are making these stances, who are sacrificing their career to kind of speak up for the downtrodden people over there in Palestine and shit, they are going to eventually affect a big man, a large amount of change. I think. I honestly do think so. In the long term, because these guys are really walking the talk. A lot of people are literally dropping out of festival slots, and you'd imagine festival slots. Some of them might not pay a lot, but if you do enough in a short period of time, you got probably get a lot of money. So I'd imagine a lot of artists probably make a big chunk of their money, a big chunk of their whatever living money in the summer. So if you're dropping out of festivals, you're really kind of allowing basically denying yourself a good payday. So artists are sacrificing that for this, and I hope it kind of leads to some change. The minimum it could lead to is some form of a ceasefire in it, like, because come on, enough is enough, man. No one wants to see any more bloodshed, any more deaths on either side, especially not on the Palestinian side. They suffered enough, and you never know, man. Some of these artists could actually be the reason why this change happens. You never fucking know. The censorship deplatforming of artists. Jean shared a similar message. Jen, Genn. What is Genn? They said as following. Few words on why we decided not to perform on Saturday. Please be kind and channel your energy towards the establishments. Actually, I want to read this. What does it say here? We are, of course, well aware of the development regarding Bob Vylan's removal of Radar Festival and resulting communications, which revealed that the festival had been pressured to act after decisions with the venue. We contacted the promoters as soon as we were aware and initiated a statement to seek further clarification. We have since received many comments and messages about what we should and shouldn't do. As a minority on which pretty much every lineup, and with a relatively modest platform, we considered whether we could use our physical presence to speak against bullying, censorship, and strong affirming demonstrated towards the likes of Bob Vylan and Radar. However, the messages and comments we've received tell a different story, one that has us fearful that regardless of our intentions to act true to our values, whether we perform or not, this would be seen as a good enough. Wouldn't be seen as good enough. As such, for our safety and sanity, and we've made a final decision to pull out. So it doesn't seem like they really wanted to pull out. It seems like they got pressure to pull out by their fans, and they kind of they kind of buck into their fans, which not the best thing to put out message wise. I'm not gonna lie. At least just pretend you wanted to do it. Don't blame it on your fans. We were devastated to do so after some time, money, and excitement we put towards the performance, and can only apologize to anyone who was going to see us there. To those of us who left our messages, comments, especially the more strongly worded, we employ to direct your energy towards your MPs, exactly, instead of bringing the positive change. Our fight should not be focused on the policing of those who are trying to spread awareness about the means. This is a distraction from the wider picture. To be fair, I also don't think it's fair. Like, if you're an artist and you don't want to get involved in this stuff and you just want to perform in places, you should be allowed to too. You shouldn't be shamed into having a stance by your fans if you don't want to get involved in either way. Especially if you're just like a working musician, artist. You don't come from money. You're just literally doing this because you love it and to pay the bills, You really can't afford to drop out of a festival because you're kind of counting on this money. It's not really fair for your fans to be like, oh, if you support this, then I'm not going to support you. You're a genocide enabler, all this. Come on, man. Come on. Especially if you've not posted anything. You've not been posting nothing political. You've kind of kept out of it completely. You just want to focus on your music and distract people from the madness going on. You should be allowed to be somewhat apolitical if you want as an artist. Now, it's up to your fans to decide they want to support you, but I don't think your fans should pressure you into having a stance or dropping out. I think that's kind of weird. It's almost like a form of bullying in itself. Bob Vylan spoke out in defense of their Worthy Farm performance multiple times, now saying it's vital to teach our children to speak up for change. Massive Attack have shown their support for the duo amid the furor today and urged media to center their attention towards what's happening daily to people in Gaza. Big up Massive Attack. Shortly after the set last weekend, other artists including Labrini Girls, Amelie and the Sniffers, and Soft Play shared their backing as well. Big up at Amelie and the Girls as well. They fucking killed it at fucking Glastonbury. The latter shared a statement that read, again, the media trying to distract you from the real story. The outrage sparked is merely a smokescreen for the lack of reporting on the destruction of the Palestinian people. They are starving children. Where is the media outrage on Israeli continued obliteration of the whole nation? Radar Festival has not yet commented on the decision of Scratch and Jen to back out the festival, knowing you have a confirmed replacement to slaughter Bob Vylan, whose set is going to be on tomorrow night. So big up Bob Vylan, big up everybody standing in solidarity with them. But if your favorite artist doesn't stand in solidarity with Bob Vylan, don't be too harsh on them. Don't be too harsh on them. them. Continuing on, BBC have also said, cursor the mixed mag. The BBC have also said, oh, sorry, what's going to go now? Big up Two Swords. What am I still high? What the fuck? Didn't we one of these talks? Yeah, of course, yeah. Didn't we do one of these already? I don't know. Yeah, we did. But this is an update on it. This is an update. This is cursor mixed mag. BBC will no longer broadcast high risk performances following the Glastonbury fallout. So BBC are making it clear that no more. They're gonna. I guess they're not gonna be booking no more punk bands. I guess no more punk bands at Glastonbury, or at least the BBC won't be streaming the punk band sets, just in case they say something that goes against the Israeli government, and they pull away funding from the UK or something. I don't know what's going on here. It's all fucking nonsense. Goes to the mixed mag. It says the following. Not the mixed mag, just mixed mag, I guess. BBC will no longer broadcast high-risk performances amid the fallout from its coverage of Bob Vylan's set at Glastonbury 2025. The broadcast has been at the centre of political row over this decision not to cut its live stream from the West Holts on Saturday as the punk duo led a chant of death to the IDF. Let me continue here. Oh, where's my fucking throat going all crazy? What's going on here? Why is it not letting me go? Come on. My computer, honestly, I need to get this shit upgraded so fucking soon, so fast. It's not even funny. Okay, there you go. Finally, it's working now. Finally, it's working. Let's see. Hopefully, I can fucking just scroll up for me a little bit, please. Just scroll up a little bit for me if you don't mind. Actually, I'm fucking boiling as well now. Honestly, now it's starting to be humid once again in London. Big up London humidity. Okay, cool. In a statement issued yesterday, the broadcaster said that 7 performers had been flagged as high risk. Wow, I wonder who the 7 performers are. Ahead of this year's festival, however, staff had taken decision to deem it suitable for live streaming with appropriate mitigations. Prior to Glastonbury, a decision has taken that compliance risk should be mitigated in real time on a live stream through the use of language and content warnings. During the performance, the live stream was monitored in line with the agreed compliance protocols. A number of issues were escalated. Warnings appeared on the stream on 2 occasions, and the editorial team took the decision not to cut the feed. This was an error. Imagine cutting the feed, man. Fucking insane censorship, isn't it? Yesterday, the 3rd of July, it was announced that the BBC's head of music, Lorna Clark, has stepped down from her role temporarily as a broadcaster. Jesus Christ. The BBC head of music had to step down because of that. Fuck me. Avon and Somerset Police has launched a criminal investigation after watching, honestly, criminal investigation against Bob Vylan, but no criminal investigation against Benjamin Netanyahu. Cool. In response to the fallout, Bob Vylan said in a statement that they are not for the death of Jews and Arabs. We are being targeted for speaking up. We are not the first, will not be the last. If you care for the sanctity of human life and the freedom of speech, we urge you to speak up too. Big up Bob Vylan, man. More power to Bob Vylan, more power to Kneecap, more power to free expression on either side. If you want to fly your Israeli flag, fly it. If people want to fly their free Palestine flags, let them fly it too. We all have different opinions of what's going on in Gaza, but the main thing everyone wants is probably a ceasefire and the end of the destruction of that country, the destruction of their people, and the deaths of fucking women and children. That's enough, man. People are going to go pick up aid and they're getting their fucking heads blown off. Like, come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be fucking real.